This skeleton was also being very stubborn and didn't want to die for a second time. Is that the Earth and the Moon? And I immediately hit the moon. And there's another chest. Also, who's throwing knives? And also, why the heck are you throwing knives? In this video, I played 3 random games, but this time there's a twist. The twist is that I need to complete, or at least try to complete, 3 secret challenges. Can you guess those challenges in the comments before I reveal them at the end of the video? Well, let's find out by jumping into Rush Grotto. Alright, so we need to use these cards to make a move. Oh gosh, what's this? Spikes. Thank goodness I dodged that. Also, I will try to give out hints for each game so that you guys can figure out what challenge I'm trying to do in each of them. Anyways, I encountered a slime in this level. I had to time my moves perfectly so that I don't get hit and instead get rid of the slime. Alright, 3rd floor. Also, I won't tell you the hints explicitly so it'll be a bit more difficult. Anyways, on this floor, I got hit by a slime because I didn't have a shield. Then I was given a shield when I got hit. I used the potion to heal myself up, then I immediately got hit again. I did eventually get rid of it, but that was still pretty annoying. The next floor had the exact same setup as the previous floor, so I just sped up the footage. The slime was still pretty annoying though. Ah, finally a new opponent. This skeleton was very different from the slime because it could block things. I also didn't have any sword cards which I needed to attack. And when I did get to attack, he just blocked it. But hey, at least I got to the 5th floor. Also, I got rid of the skeleton. And that skeleton was the only threat that I encountered on that floor. The 6th floor looked pretty similar to the last level. So I quickly discarded the skeleton but then encountered a slime, which attacked me, but I was able to swiftly get rid of it. Anyways, let's move to floor 7. Why does this look similar to the last level? Anyways, I fought this skeleton, then I blocked the spikes using my shield, which was pretty weird. Anyways, say goodbye to the slime. Now let's move on to the next level. This level had nothing. I was able to heal up on this floor. Also, fun fact, this wasn't meant to be the first level in this video. The original first level was weird and bugged out my editing software, making it difficult for me to edit this video, so I had to record a new game, make a new script, and record a new voiceover for this video, which was pretty annoying. This level was still pretty easy though. I just had to time my moves perfectly so that I could block their attacks. This skeleton was also being very stubborn and didn't want to die for a second time. Floor 9 had a lot more enemies and I needed to time each move perfectly so that I didn't get hit. The first slime took me a long time to get rid of. The skeleton and the other slime were pretty easy to deal with. And the spikes were easily blocked. I moved on to the 10th floor. So for most of the game, I encountered the same 2 enemies, but this floor had this fat little dragon. Why are you attacking me? We're meant to be friends. Ouch. Anyways, that was the only thing on that floor. I found another friend on the next level, which swiftly ended me. Anyways, let's go on to the next game. But before we move on, if you're enjoying this video so far, then leave a like and subscribe. Subscribing really helps out my channel and helps me to make more videos. Anyways, let's go on to the next game. Next game is Void Golf, where we have to play golf in space. Anyways, let's begin by getting a hole-in-one. The following level introduced a small planet-looking thing, which pulls my ball towards it, making it difficult to get this ball into the black hole. I did get the ball in on my second attempt, which was pretty good. The next stage looked pretty similar to the last stage. And why do I keep missing the hole? I eventually managed to get past that level. This pinkish purple blob just destroyed the ball, which was pretty annoying but avoidable. Is that the Earth and the Moon? And I immediately hit the moon. And that was pretty easy. I was just being stupid. Also, there's a high likelihood that I didn't beat the challenge for this game because I sucked. Also, I needed to collide with this blue triangle perfectly so that it could enter the black hole. Well, this looks pretty impossible. And it took me a bit to beat this stage. But I didn't get past the stage. Anyways, let's move on to the last game because I didn't beat this level. Last game is Vampire No Survivors, where we have to defend our coffins from the villagers. Anyways, let's begin. Alright, so our units are slimes and bats. Let's spawn a bunch of slimes to swarm the villagers. Looks like we have 3 coffins to defend. I also collected some gems that the slimes drop. Anyways, why isn't this guy dead yet? I'm sending my worst units at them and they're still standing. And they're gone now. I opened this chest and took the ghost unit. And made the blobs go faster. I know I could have gotten more units, but I wanted to upgrade the units that I have. I summoned some slimes and some ghosts to attack these villagers. I also spawned a couple of bats just in case. And there's another chest. Also, who's throwing knives? I gave the slimes more health and then continued to spawn more. And also, why the heck are you throwing knives? Also, that dude is super dead. The next chest had the golem, which I took, and I also upgraded the slime's health. Now the golems are pretty slow, which was pretty bad, but my slimes did get another kill, which let me upgrade the golem speed. Another chest was here and it gave me the Minotaur unit. The Minotaurs were pretty speedy, and I was able to open another chest, where I grabbed the wisp. Now at this point, the game started to slow down, probably because of all the slimes that I spawned. I made the slime stronger so that they can take out more enemies. And I also gave them more health. I also didn't notice that there was a chest here and I didn't see it. I summoned more units as the villagers got rid of most of them. I upgraded the health of the ghosts. Then spawned some in so that they can start hunting the people. Also, the golems are finally fighting. Took them a while. And all of them were gone already. A lot of the villagers were coming and I had a low amount of units on the field, which was pretty bad. They were also getting rid of most of my units that I spawned in. Now they're actually making their way to the coffin, which is scary. And I couldn't do anything to retaliate. Oh gosh, they're attacking the coffin. Well, I'm dead. The first coffin was destroyed, but at least that killed a couple of villagers. I grabbed 100 gems from the first chest. Then got a trap chest inside of a chest, which was pretty weird. I also gave the ghost more health. Then spawned some in to get rid of the knife throwers. I also summoned some trap chests. I made the ghost stronger, then watch as the villagers blew up when they opened the chests. They did this twice before dying. At this point, I just started to spawn more slimes. I also called upon the ghosts to get rid of these villagers. This guy is going to get deleted from existence with how many minions are attacking them. And I got the ghoul. I spawned in some more slimes, and I think it's time for me to reveal the secret challenges that I was doing. So the first challenge in the first game was to get to 10 floors, which I completed before dying on the 11th floor. The second challenge for the second game was to get a hole in one, which I did do in the first level, but it specified that I couldn't be on the first level, so I failed that challenge, and that's why I said. Also, there's a high likelihood that I didn't beat the challenge for this game, because I sucked. Anyways, the last challenge for the last game was to get 8 units, which took me a long time to beat, but I did do it. Anyways, do you guys have any suggestions that you want me to do in the next video if I do another one of these? If so, then leave it in the comments. Anyways, like and subscribe, and if you want to watch more of my content, then click any of the videos on screen. Anyways, adios.